May I ask Anthony Simpson to come up, please?
After successfully addressing the climate emergency head-on, I want you to imagine that Bath and North East Somerset has fully transitioned to a genuinely sustainable, climate-friendly, nature-restoring, plant-based diet. Then imagine someone comes to a council meeting like this and asks for you to support a motion to return to a UK diet with meat and dairy and other animal produce. The council would need to weigh up the evidence and arguments, so what difference would it make? Well, the constituency is 135 square miles in size. We'd need an area half the size of this to put the animals on. We would then need to clear another 10% to grow the crops to feed the animals, so 80 square miles of our local land needed for this purpose. This would wipe out the majority of local natural habitats, including woodlands, polluting our rivers, and this extraordinary land clearance would extend abroad to where forests are deforested to produce the animal feed that we need. It would quadruple our greenhouse gas emissions from food by shifting back to those diets. A family eating a plant-based diet saves more greenhouse gas emissions than another family that's installed solar panels, an electric car and a heat pump put together. And a lamb curry, for example, has over 10 times the greenhouse gas emissions of a chickpea curry. Of course, no council would agree to this idea, to increase greenhouse gas emissions and devastate the majority of our land, wiping out the majority of our wildlife and increasing water pollution and health issues. However, today, 60% of Bath and North East Somerset land is taken up for this purpose, leaving less than 5% of our land with remaining woodlands. The majority of these numbers come from Oxford University. The BaNES Plant-Based Council Community Group also support the Rights of Nature motion today. Animal agriculture has been the driver of historical deforestation in the UK, leaving us one of the most nature-depleted countries in the world. A shift to plant-based diets enables the opportunity for the UK to quadruple our woodlands and natural habitats without competing with providing nutritious food for us all. I know that our councillors are serious about the climate crisis. I therefore hope are open to the UK's world-leading research on this topic, rather than allowing the barrage of misinformation to undermine our actions and prevent us from taking the action that we so desperately require to create a hopeful and safe future for ourselves and the wildlife we share it with. I therefore ask the Council to allow us time for a longer presentation of the evidence, and I would ask our councillors to show leadership by calling on national government to support the transition towards a plant-based food system. After attending a number of lectures by climate scientists at Oxford University, I took an MSc in Sustainability and Renewable Energy, and I've been working in that sector for the last decade. However, we have a plan for fossil fuels, that 30% close to of greenhouse gas emissions that come from food, and we do not have a plan for that today.
Can I ask Councillor Guy for his factual question?
No factual questions, thank you, Chair.
Councillor Moss?
Please, can you send councillors a link to those numbers that's saying that 60% of land is being used? Because
is that a factual question?
It is a question, yes. Can you? And the answer is either yes or no.
If you want to just talk into the mic.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can share the data, but it's the same as the UK, actually. The UK, 50% of UK land has the animals on. 13% of UK land provides crops for animal feed. Only 11% of our land provides crops that we actually feed directly to humans. And in Bath, it's 50% is pasture for animals. Sure, happy to share that.
Councillor Hale?
No factual questions, thank you.
Councillor Warren?
No factual questions, thank you.
Councillor Wright?
Thank you. Thank you for your statement. Is it possible that residents on low incomes will be able to follow the lead of the council by adopting a plant-based diet?
So there was some research about the spring, but recently, last few months, again by Oxford University, who do a lot of varied research on this topic, and they found that plant-based diets were between 22 and 34% cheaper than a standard diet. And again, there's also a huge amount of subsidies in meat and dairy and those types of products, which often alternatives do not benefit from.
Thank you, Anthony. Your statement will go back to the relevant cabinet member. Thank you.
Thank you.